And welcome to this lovely game. The end of Stormblood. And my face! There we go. It is time to finish this expansion. Oh, I'm excited. Welcome to the stream. Today we are going to finish the main story and then go into the next expansion. Not too much left until we hit Endwalker and just cry forever. It's going to be exciting. It's loading. Ooh. There we go. Alright, Gimlet Dark. Right, I remember. Step 1. Wait. Well, we're gonna be waiting in queue for a few minutes. Exciting stuff. Oh, I hope everyone is having a good time on this wonderful day. And, yeah. That is what we are going to do today. Oh. Audio effects unloaded. Oh. Well. So. I'm reading my company part, it's just memes from the live letter. What damage types? Huh? I'm so excited for the next patch. It's going to make my raid life so much easier to have damage types actually displayed in-game. It's going to be so good. You no longer have to scroll through the goddamn battle log to find out if you get hit by magic damage or by physical damage. It's going to be so good. Well, what is this? Oh, it's Eureka. Okay. What is that? That is Temple of the Fist. That's just Savage. I don't know what that is. Oh no, I don't know. I do know what that is. That is Fractal Continuum, but again, I just haven't played Fractal on this character. So I can't actually take that quest. Hello. Now... it's timer time. Ah. DPS queues, am I right? Ugh. Why is it taking so long? Eventually, we'll have a dungeon. It's going to be great to have a dungeon. Good times. Come on. Please let me in. I just want to do Gimlet Dark. I just want to get to finish. 100 years later. A million fucking years. Well. No Gimlet Dark for me, apparently. Why are the Stormblood queues so long? People should still be playing this. Like, or at least queue for the roulettes. Weird. So weird. Like, I swear, if I was queuing for like an Endwalker dungeon, that would be no problem. At all. It'd just be fucking easy. Or Realm Reborn dungeons, for that matter. Like, those are like 90% of your leveling, right? I guess the amount of people actually playing Stormblood at the moment is just lower. Maybe. That might be it. But I really don't know. It's going to be a while, it seems. Well, how has everyone been doing? Nice weather or something? I don't know. Yup. Queue times in this game are long. Honestly, I'm just gonna fucking, I don't know, clean up the quests or something. This week's packed, by the way. Like, I've been so busy this week. Your personal very prosperous render, blah blah blah. Acquaintances with the buffer center, yep. Chief's been searching high and low. And I am the Benui. Rain. That is me. I am Rain. Hello. Okay, should be there, yup. Quest. Hello. Oh, cutscene. Let me guess. Q's gonna pop in this cutscene. Gentlemen, blah blah. Wait, we have the Stormblood trading company. I suggest you think twice. Are you now? Oh, you should have said so sooner. Suzume, see that distinguished guest are escorted to a restroom in the dungeons. Let's take and sharpen my knives. You're the man. The sound effects. It happens to me. Oh no. Let's just stuck around this long because there's something you wish to discuss. Make it quick. I will. So last we're joined by someone actually associated with them. Excellent. Come, you've thrown us a lifeline, sir. That said, what is the fool thinking? It's like you should have courtesy of accompanying our honored guest here. Please allow me to apologize on his behalf, master. Seems the manners of us subordinate have begun to rub off on us. Get introduced ourselves. Okay. Okay. Yup. It seems Sansaku has touched upon the gist of a travel. Please allow me to fill you in on the details. As you know, all boats seeking safe passage through the Ruby Sea must pay a levy. Yup. So as back as anyone can remember, the system has been in place, enduring even after Doma was occupied by the Imperials. But the Empire has always shown little interest in our activities when Yetsu utilized the power that has changed. Were Viceroy has banned merchants of Kugane from bartering with us. Many outside of the port city are also looking to use current state of affairs to avoid paying their dues. Like the two were just to custody. If we confiscate their goods without contacting Kugane to purchase them, they have little value to us. Thus we look to Othard. If we were to establish a trade agreement with our biggest vendor, our worries would be over. It is, however, something we cannot accomplish alone. Okay. I am indeed affiliated. Show them! Like the items we found about the vessel do not appear to belong to the East Aldona Trading Company. We must, however, be certain. We cannot risk raising the ire of a potential trading partner by attempting to sell them to their own goods. Please take the flag and Suzume's inventory list to one of the contacts at the Kugane branch and inquire as to whether any of it is from one of their ships. Okay. Maybe. Ha! The timing. Let's go. Gimlet Dark. Ooh. Gotta make it a bit louder. This is gonna be good. Ooh. Let's go. Nice. It begins. Woo!
Forward! Forward!
Hien! This is so cool. Murder! The music in here is so good. It's just... oh, the remix of the theme and everything. I love it. And the Guardian theme just thrown in there. Ah. This dungeon gives me goosebumps every single time. It's so good. And there we go. Cast this, cast that. Yes. Tank over here kind of not realizing I have aggro. Hey! They took aggro from me, let's go! Hog! Okay, first boss. One, two, three. I don't like this boss. It has a lot of movement. Not a fan of this one on Black Mage. Oh, not at all. Yep, that's why. This is precisely why I don't like this boss on Black Mage. And because the dungeon has thrown off my entire rotation. And there we go. And now we do the same thing, but the other way around. Haha! Evasion. Don't go away from me, please. Oh, I forgot to, whatever. Whatever. Let's go! Do I actually need those? Well, not those specifically. I'm just gonna, yeah. I'm just gonna let the tank pull this time. I don't want to get attacked again. Oh, we have a white mage. And here I was wondering whether the pulls were so jank. They keep getting stunned. That makes sense. Boop. Ah, dang it. I dropped the foul. No.
Ready?
Ready? I don't know. Am I? Oh my god. And flare. And foul. Woo! This dungeon is really interesting to play solo, by the way. I did that for speedrun run testing purposes. It's really difficult to... If you are looking for a challenge in this game, because you're like max level, full gear, and you don't want to raid Savage or anything like that, solo old dungeons... That's surprisingly hard. Yeah, we are leaving. It begins. I bet everyone is ecstatic. Really? I forgot about the burn area. No. Ah, this boss is annoying. Stop. Don't be in that. Goodbye. Pew. drill. This thing is so weird. What is it even? Is it like a drill robot or something? Oh no. Spin? Spin! Freezing missile. Okay, bye. Ah. F. Ah, they survived. Huh. Why it uses up a stack of triple cast on an instant ability is beyond me, but okay. Dead. Dead!
You underestimate me.
Henrik! Let's go! I'm gaining aggro again? Oh no.
Out of my way.
Help! Let's go! Kani! You finally learned how to cast anything better than stone! Let's go! That's such a funny detail. Like, in the Castle Alamigo, you can see her in the background. In that scene, she kind of just cast stone a couple of times. Like, she's supposed to be the leader of Gridania. Why does she cast stone, of all things? The first level white mage spell. Hello. Ah! The timer! Whee! Is this better? Maybe. I don't know. Is it? It is. Phew! Lise and Pippin! And I have aggro again. Hello! Oh no, Colossus! Don't know. Gola! Let's refresh that. And that is that one. Which, yeah. Quickly, to me! I'm worried about what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of... This isn't actually a boss. This is actually an enemy. So you're not... you don't have to be too worried about actually killing it. Yeah, there we go.
Time to get serious.
And it's dead. There we go. That was it. Death. Give me that. It's better again. Woo. I think that cutscene is longer than my stacks will last. Here they are. They've been in the background for the last 2 patches. The savages withstood a vanguard. Impressive. But in the end, they are only that. Savages. Now let us be brief. Okay. I'm here. Hello. We can begin. Pull. Pull him. Thank you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Ah, yes. I hate... Oh, she dies quickly though. Holy fuck. That's a quick fight. There's some very quick fighting right here. Ooh. Ooh. Come out, wherever you are. Uh-huh. Alright, this. Yes. We got hit. That's such a cool move. I love it. Ah. Bang. 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 Da da da. Okay, that should be almost over. Ow. Oh, we don't have a healer anymore. That is not good. Clemency! Who needs healers if you have a paladin? Whee! Pew 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 pew. Ta-da! Ah, they read. And dead. And oh, that's going to end up. Yep, easy. Let's go. Ah, and then they just leave. Goodbye. They left. They ran. Ah, well. Item. Yay. They left. Good.
There you are, and none the worse for wear.
Yep. But ears are still attached.
Indeed. I had hoped we might do more to help, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
Speaking of, goodbye, Alice.
The light will expunge all life. Only you can forestall the calamity. Throw wide the gates.
Throwing them.
No, not like.
Alice! No! Yup. She was the only one left who heard the voice. Except for me. Am I next?
Oh, no. Don't tell me.
Oh. Yep.
Are you all right?
Yes. No.
Quickly,
All my friends
we
are
must get her
gone.
back to the encampment.
Ah, Roban. Hello. We have a problem. So the Guardians have been routed, have they? Well done. This exchange was no more than a test of our strength. Like as not, they won't be taking any chances now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They want to take their time, put down the defenses. That's nice voice, okay. Still, with your help, and that of our Eastern allies, we've passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. That's more like it. As for Odyssey, well, she's in good hands over the infirmary. Excuse me. My lord, those chirurgeons have completed the examination of Mistress Alizé, and it is as we feared. She's locked in a slumber without any outward cause. Just like the others. Damn it all. Aye, the Garleans picked a fine time to come knocking. Five science incapacitated, and with the enemy on our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is see to it that Alizé is exhorted safely back to the Rising Stones. Yugiri and I will return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the Far East is under sail, and all must be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you then. Judging by the Guardians' recent movements, or lack thereof, there won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones, given the plight of your fellow Scions. I can understand if you feel on edge, but you'll be no good to anyone without the rest. Or without rest. Or without the rest. You'll be useless without your friends. No, not quite. Not quite. Teleport to Revenant's Toll. Let's go. Woo. Exciting. Da, 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 da. Hoary Boulder. Arain, welcome home. Word has it that you and Mistress Alizé gave the Guardians quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mistress Alizé? I was certain she would have returned by now. I'm sorry, Hoary. Hoary. By the 12. Not her too. Oak and I will ready the infirmary for her arrival. We also need to send a message to Tataru post haste. Would that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's condition remain unchanged. As we speak, Kulane, Kryl, and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole after all. I suspect you must be tired from your journey. You should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us, for the time being at least. And now it's time for a billion cutscenes. Let's go. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. Illidinos. Zenbus. No. What is going on today? Why am I yawning so much? I'm so sorry. Ah, Rain! Yours is a welcome face indeed in these troubled times. Though if you've come to inquire about the stricken brothers and sisters, I'm afraid I have naught to report. Kultene and the others continue their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all my powers to assist them, alas. My apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Alvino has been brought here, and I wish to see if his condition had improved. Maxima! Master Rain, I've heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them, if only for a short while, gives me hope. I realize how strange such words must sound coming from a Guardian's lips, but I speak them out of the love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. That is why I chose to share all that I know with the Alliance. Though I will surely be branded a traitor, I'm content to bear that ignominy. That will seem small price to pay if it helps to prevent this conflict. from escalating any further. But enough for my prattling. The war is not what brought me all the way. I came to see Master Alfina. An acquaintance of Rain and Alfina, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company. You will follow me, sir. When word reached me that Alfina had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad, it pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he's safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. The Popularis could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. He waits you at North Silvertear. I'm certain he would be glad to see you, assuming you can spare the time, that is. Ah? Mysterious visitor? Who might it be? And I mean, I have the time, no worries. Easy, easy. It's funny how overleveled I am. I'm almost 81 before I even hit 71 story quest. I'm a whole 10 levels ahead of the quest lines. What is happening? I'll be done with Endwalker levels before I hit Endwalker. Weird. Is it Sid? It might be Sid. Sid! Sid Garland! My man! Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you would not come. Sid! Do you get to hear your voice? No. It sounds like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has been a source of inspiration to me. Most Guardians would say he's a traitor, that he turned his back on his country. We of the Popularis, however, consider him a revolutionary, a man willing to defy the Empire's dreams of subjugation, and that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. Oh, please. Revolutionary is the term best reserved for my work. I am but an Imperial defector who thought to aid another Imperial defector. Whatever Master Garland says, I'm humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we've heard from Rawband that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is it true? Gaius still lives! Yes. Like Master in the army, I have never had the privilege of seeing the legatus without his mask. To think I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. They claim to have severed ties with the Empire to Handasians, did he? After stumbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have the good sense to stay dead. Should we meet again, I shall be sure to tell him so. Commander Eldon also spoke of the Alliance's meeting with the Emperor. Though I still labor to believe what they told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlemald was founded by the Ascians? But that is madness! The very notion is absurd. Every fiber of my being rails against it. And yet I see there's no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters have laid down their lives in service to a lie. The Ascians must be stopped. To save my people. To save all peoples. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect. Had I known, I would have left a lot sooner. But that is in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Empire's ambitions may be thwarted. Not only in Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve their end. Syria's wall was a good start. But we can do more, and we will. We'll show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. I beg your pardons. A message for the Warrior of Light. Yes? Commander, the Commander Eldon requests your presence at the Alliance headquarters in Alamigo. He would discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Ah yes, the inevitable messenger. I knew it wouldn't be long before duty called your way. Time no doubt being of the essence, could I tempt you to ride aboard the Excelsior? If there's a faster way to Roban's side, I will personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. I could teleport. I mean... you know? I swear, every time you board my ship, you seem to be barreling headlong into danger. Every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious. Which, of course, is an admirable skill. But no one is invincible, Rain, not even you. Please take care of yourself out there. I pray you remain safe at the front lines. Though ill-equipped to join the fray, I shall do all I can to assist from headquarters. My colleagues have been tasked with evaluating casualties by air. See that you aren't among them, eh? Among? Amogus. That is a requiem for heroes. The final quest. This is it. Commander Alden is waiting, sir. Would be best if we proceeded to the Alliance headquarters at once. Okay. I am ready. Oh, I'm so ready. Raban! You're here. Good. I summoned to discuss strategy. But first I would apprise you of the Guardian's movements. Upon speaking with Raban, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. It is time. Let's end this. I'm so excited.
There have been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow.
That sounds about right.
We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly.
Ooh,
as to why
very
that might
nice.
be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald. In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east!
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos.
What?
Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line.
The fake Xenos. Oh no. Idly knows.
Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
Do I have the strength to fight? Is the sky blue? Things should leave the Asian to me. Why did I drop voice? I
You
did
may
that.
not die as such, but to see Lord Xenos fall on the battlefield would deal a heavy blow to Imperial morale. I'll see to it the men stay clear.
Hey!
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again?
Yep. But there's no one left to lose
I'm
consciousness.
sure you're in a fit state to do this.
Well, as long as the
May
voice doesn't
Ralga
fuck with me
grant us strength.
while I'm fighting, it'll be okay.
Give 'em hell, lad. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Good. Let's do this. Let's go. I'm here.
Ready?
I just randomly second winded. Weak, you say? So these are still those willing to stand against the Crown Prince. Interesting. Yup. Me. Let's put an end to this here now. I'm here. Let's go. Woo. Formidable foe.
This one's for
We've
you,
gone too
Ada.
far to fail now. Bleed. Bleed, Xenos. I guess here? No? No. I shouldn't have done that. Oh boy. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I'm fine. Fight! Strength, my friends. I would not have... that. It would not do if to refrain of right to find his breath of the broken. I'll be fine here, right? Kill him! Fighting! Well, fate is not for you to decide. That you will learn your place. Behold a taste of my true power. No, what is this sorcery? Look upon Harmindo Habakiri. Know the depths of your folly. Oh no, you don't.
Here it comes.
Pew! Lisa, what have you done? If you bring all to bear, then so must we.
Shinobi's power.
Oh my god, yes!
The art of my forebears.
Woohoo! We must protect Lise. Still, you choose to struggle against the inevitable. Maybe on the back foot, but it's not over yet. If we can at least start out at a rain arrives, I'm sure we can turn this around. Hold. Hold. Whee! Weak. Just random knockback, okay. Becomes dozen. Then I need to waste my time on you. Yen! Oh, this is so good.
Fall, fiend! Ah!
You kidding? No! Ian! No!
Damn you!
Whoa! Ooh, the mask shattered. I'm coming, don't worry. I'm almost there.
Magic. With a Garlean body. That's hardly fair. Still, he must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I'm here. Don't worry.
Bringer of light.
Oh, his voice actor
It has been too long.
so good. Ah.
No words to mark our reunion? So be it. Equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance.
Really? Well, it is time to fight then. Dear Zenos, yea Galvus. We will suffer your interference no longer. But you will.
Yeah.
Because I do not intend to stop ever. Fight him! Okay. Uh-huh. Is it, like, is it gonna do anything, or no? Ah. I see. Great. Just have annoying bullshit at the arena border now. Good. No, not concentravity. Easy. Haha. You missed. Oh, out of the storm, we need to get out of there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, fuck. No. No, paralysis. Strong ring of light, but her blessing will avail you not. Uh-oh. Break, sword. Break. Whoa. Impossible. How is it so powerful in the gift? I don't know. It was kind of the Giga Chat, I guess. You no matter. You may have bested La Brea, but I will not be so not be cast aside so easily. Oh no. Wasn't I supposed to kind of get knocked back there? No, I guess. Ah, fuck. Can't believe I've done this. Okay. That again. This. Whee! Not too difficult to solve a mechanic, when I'm being honest. Yup.
I see.
He has been defeated. Let's go. There he lies. Xenos. Well, Elidibus. Okay, now that's cheating.
Your mother chose her champion well.
My mother?
Yet, for all your strength,
Mom?
you will still fail.
Crystal Mom.
Please,
Whoa!
I beseech you.
Not now. Bad timing. Bad timing.
Ah, someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
Ah, of course you can tell. Ah. Where am I? Where is this place? It is pretty.
At last, I found you.
Voice. Who are you? Who is this?
Please, there's no cause for alarm.
There is.
Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet. But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
Who are you?
I'm afraid such questions will have to wait. We have precious little time, and your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest.
Oh. Will you now?
Soon, we will throw wide the gates. And the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
Oh boy, I'm back. Hello. Where the fuck? Hello. Where am I? Is this Ishgard?
You're awake. Thank heavens.
Why the heck would you take me all the way here of all places? Where's Xenos? Xenos. Thick boy. Thick man.
I see you recall that much, at least.
Yup. I mean, how wouldn't I? He almost
In the
killed
midst
me.
of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons.
Ooh.
Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont.
Oh. Estinian! Ah!
Estinian never was one for emotional farewells.
Ah! A voice crack.
Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position.
Ooh.
We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies.
Yes.
Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
Is that a day, alright?
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. But before I forget, I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you.
They will
Now,
indeed.
if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
Yes. Well, this is a most unexpected surprise. I thought you could find a bed. Ah, wrong voice. When I heard that you had collapsed on the field of battle, I confess I feared the worst. But with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. As long as we have you, Master Umbria, history suggests that we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's effects can already be felt even here in Ishgard. In anticipation, we need for reinforcements. At Aurier, we soon be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength had returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Indeed, I suspect that you have already decided in your next destination. Dark days lie ahead, that I have no doubt. But the light of hope shall ever guide our steps as long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. Goodbye, Edmond. I'm home. poor bean.
By the 12! I don't believe it!
Poor potato.
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapse like the others. What in heaven's name is going on?
I would like to know. I'm being called, I guess.
Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful. And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him.
I'd hope so.
Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back...
Not that Xenos was any
Franco,
less of a monster.
Pistola, Orionge, Alphano, Alize. You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him.
I will indeed.
And I forbid you from going to face him on your own. Do you hear me?
Okay, Tataru. I won't.
So if you must leave, go and find the others. Bring them home.
Okay.
As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right? But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut? There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid and the researchers of St. Coinac's find.
True.
Don't you worry. We'll find that beacon for you.
Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. What a throne.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. He will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
Being annoying, I mean,
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious.
is that so?
Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
Not again. Whoa. Okay, that's a shot. Holy shit. And that's credits. Oh, concept art, let's go! I know a certain person who would really enjoy this right now. The concept art credits, let's go! Well, I'll just enjoy the music for a bit before we head into it. Oh, that face. That look on her face, holy shit. But yeah, something I wanted to talk about last time. Enigmatic figure. Oh, that is... Ah, yes. Solus. The reason they didn't voice Gaius is because in all languages except for English, he has the same voice actor as in A Realm Reborn. So it would have spoiled the reveal instantly for a huge portion of the player base. Because remember, this game, still the biggest player base for this game is Japan, so yeah. I wonder what song they hit us with after this one. Not that more. No, this is on the balcony in Alamigo when she dismissed Roban. Asahi, you little shit. I never want to see that face again. Holy shit. Ah. Tsuyu and Gosetsu. I mean, Gosetsu's not dead, but he is very much not in the story anymore, which makes me very sad. The mirror. Well, that's that face. Ah. They just actually composed a national anthem, which is so good. Anyway, yes, if you want to see the full credits, as always, you can pick this game up for free in the trial. Now, Tataru, I knew you'd be alright. To celebrate your return, I made you this, a brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. But now is not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with the researchers at the St. Kennock's Find. You go rest while we track down. You go and rest while we track down the beacon. Yes. Ah, actual Xenos. Oh.
My enemy. My friend. Had I I been but a step faster?
Oh, you don't want to do that?
Bloody savages!
F.
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
Oh, it's me. Where is this? Oh, it's Silvertier. It's outside the city. Overlooking the lake. Oh, I'm looking at the tower. Yeah, that makes sense. In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow you seeds of darkness. Now, before we actually start Shadowbringers, there's one thing I must do. Actually, two things, because I will also rename the stream. Shadowbringers. Let's watch this together. I'll even turn off my face.
Have come and gone since that day. How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm.
Yeah.
I am not wont to run from my troubles. Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
This town certainly has changed. I'm not at all fair. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Infilia. This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone. If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten. Become what you must. Become the warrior of darkness.
Yes. Oh, I'm so ready. Let's go. I can't exactly just start it, right? Can't just go in without watching the trailer first. Oh, Shadowbringers. Let's go. Fucking finally. Let's go. Good news, Rain. We've had a struggle for luck in a search for that beacon. Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down the hollows, around the base of the Crystal Tower. Path I doubt we ever found. At the ironworks and the Science not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes plenty down there. checking on the rocks, peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. Oh, then we better go give them a hand. My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up before the Empire comes calling again. Meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat North Silvertier, waiting for ferry people on the site. To ferry people to the site. So let's be on our way. Ah, yes, this quest channel. Oh, I've waited for this. So while Stormblood has an infinitely better plot than I remember, Shadowbringer's music is my fucking jam. Literally, most of my favorite themes are from this expansion specifically. My favorite area theme of all time is from this expansion. It's been memed to hell and back, but I still just absolutely love it. But we won't hear it for quite some time, because that area is in fact the 4th we visit, I think? No, the 5th actually. Yeah, it's that first, then over there, part 1 of that one, then part 1 of that one, then it's to the entirety of the 4th area, then I think we do part 2 of one of the others, and then we go there. Like, it's long. It's a long way off, but it's the 5th area we visit out of 6. Anyway. Heading to the server site, sir. It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. Boat moat. Oh, this music. You know what this music is? If you've paid attention to the music themes in this game, this music is for the interdimensional rift, specifically. For the rift between worlds. They've only ever used it when we were kind of out in the open between dimensions. So this is foreboding of what's to come.
Look how many people there are.
Yes.
Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour.
That's Big's voice.
We found bugger all without you.
Biggs! Wedge!
That's Biggs' voice, really. Oh my god. I've been doing you dirty.
We could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions.
True.
Jesse called it the chief of some other business. So we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
That's his voice? What the fuck? What happened? I haven't heard them since the old voice actors, I guess. Biggs and Wedge.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Ah. Is this it?
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
I saw the ironworks sigil on it.
Isn't that the ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
You are right.
What's happening?
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Yep.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light.
I'll find
our
them.
friends and bring them home.
No worries, Tataru. I'll find them.
It is a day for faded reunions.
The dawn's light will shine again.
Oh, do not look at me, Sal.
No! Why? Square!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you.
Say your spirited accounts always comes in well good.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Ooh.
Your time has not yet come.
Oh, this is Who's that? Is that the Warrior of Darkness? He's covered in the stuff. Oh, that is bright. That is bright, holy shit.
From endless dreams I awake. Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Chocobo! Who this? Wait, no way!
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
What do you mean night? It's bright as day. Perfect.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply.
Aww.
Yeah. Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when.
You mean it's been this bright for 100 years?
I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then.
No wine, no thank you. Never again wine.
Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you'd best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
And here we are. We've made it. To Norvrend. To the first. Ah.
Halt!
Hello.
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not. This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions.
Fine.
From where do you hail?
The source.
The source? What is this cryptic nonsense? Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
Whoa! Oh, okay. What is that? Whoa.
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand, ring and all.
What was that? Oh no. Oh no, he's dead! Oh fuck! Oh.
Everything all right, Captain?
Hello. Fucker. Where are my friends?
My just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
Sin Eater, you say? What a peculiar name.
Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
Okay, who the fuck are you? Whomst in the heck, my man?
Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons. I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off.
You think?
That you're still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
What a name, man! Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused?
An inkling, yes. I can only beg your forgiveness. Matters here forced my hand, but all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above.
Mm-hmm.
Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost.
Whoa.
And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity. It was to save the First from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. And though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the First, you would bring salvation to the Source as well.
Is that so?
But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
I might draw. Ooh. The Crystarium. And here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. No. A full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful if you were first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of Crystarium's civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, a convenience which I am sure you're only too familiar with. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. After you've done so, walk up to the steps next to the Aetheryte, and head out to the left to arrive at Crystalline Mine. This is where you'll find a collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catelys, one of the people I should like you to meet. Another is Morin. To reach him and his cabinet of curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps. Take the exit on the left and simply continue straight along down until you come up to the large doors at the end of that path. The third and final person I should like you to meet is Bragi, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city, and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. Crystal clear. Very good. I concede the layout of the Crystarium has more to historic necessity than planning. But I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be finding the right way to approach its citizen. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. When you've finished making the rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard at the center of town. Until then. That's actually a quest this time. It's so nice. Let's go. By focusing your senses, you detect the flow of vastly distant currents of ether. Your connection to these energies is faint but stable, and should allow you teleportation to Aetherites in the source. That's so cool! That's like, obviously, it's a gameplay necessity to be able to teleport back to the rest of the game. But it's so cool that it's like canonical. Ah. Oh, I love this place. It's so good. It's so pretty. Hello. It's a cat man. Let's go. Cat boys were yesterday. Cat men are all the rage. So this is the expansion where, obviously, they added Viera and Hrothgar, though only female Viera were added in this one. Male Benuis are completely new. Into the city, friend. The spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Welcome, my name is Bragi. I'm the master of these markets. They gave the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for Vs such as yourself. So finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. Wait, what? No, they fucking didn't. What? Oh my god. I took a second to realize. So, V's is a specific title only given to male Viera by female Viera. It's a term that comes up later in the game, in this expansion, when you meet more female Viera who kind of explain the terminology to you. as I just said, male Viera were not playable when they made this. And Square Enix usually isn't in the habit of going back and adjusting the dialogue in older parts of the game. Does that mean they planned this from the beginning? Was this dialogue always here? I'm sorry, did you say this? I might be wrong, but like... Actually, is there something wrong? It might be that I'm a Viera, but like... This has caught me off guard. I think that's specific. But I might be wrong, though. Let's see if we can straighten this out. See those two in front of us? The shorter one is a human. The taller one is an elf. That sturdy individual there is a Gulgent. Was the ones with the horns a Dran. Then you have the large scaly types, the long tails and knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zun. Which is apparently not the name you know them by. I'm curious to know what far-flung region you hail from. I actually share homeland with the Crystal Exarch. Oh, the same as the Exarch, eh? Oh, that explains it. You don't get much further flung than that. We've had a few of a lot passed through the recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they floundered over the simplest things. Not to worry. Should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. The exchange with Bragius taught you about the peoples of the First. I'm pretty sure that, like, I might be wrong there, but it might be true. We'll find out. I'm gonna Google that. Nah, I can't find anything about it anymore. Anyway. Hello, Catless. Care to see a place? Rare to see a place so well stocked with the goods, isn't it? Why not here? I'm going to guess you're not new to Fair City. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the sea needs to come knocking. So it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized too, thanks to us and the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources, and craft the goods that make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. Just don't go thinking it'll all be handed on to you like a plate on those Morian layabouts. Here at the Crystarium, we work for a living. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor. You don't have to whiff off indolence about you with some folk, like some folk I've met. Still can't quite pin down your profession. What is it you're from? Oh, one of the XIV countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him. If any friend of his is a friend of ours. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. The serious grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence. Pulled the entire thing out of thin air. It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began, at the Exarch's invitation. Buildings started growing up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into some thriving metropolis you see today. The city stood here for decades now, with the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. He's indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he's never yet let us down. So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you thought to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had the chance to settle in. Just ask for Catalyst, and I'll find you niche at the crystalline mean. You can't help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. A change with Catalyst has taught you about the life in Crystarium. I can't go down there. I keep forgoing. I forgore. Dorime. Can I go down here? Yes, I can. Good. I am the Nuts board. Clan Nazi member. Yep. I have so little stuff in this. At least I have MGP. The most important currency in the game. Melbith. I keep forgetting that these are a thing. Excuse me, sir. I have recently come to the city, perchance. I'm quite familiar with the civic rules, so you see it. Well, I wanted me to ask you, sir, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll, even? A scrap of scribbled on parchment? No, sorry. My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service. And this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to the recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We fear do all we can to preserve that wisdom survived. Tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Think of any title in particular? Perhaps a spot of academic research? Oh, so you've an interest in modern history. Splendid. A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives, I quite agree. If you'd prefer something visual to accompany the account, I think I have illustrated a history book for children somewhere. Just a moment and I'll fetch it for you. Ah, I think we found a cutscene. Ah, and here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself more comfortable? On with the listen then. "100 years ago, or near enough to not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as it from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease, until the day an enormous building wave rose up and swept across our star. We called this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet just when it seemed all would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power she did stay the flood. Thus was Norvrend, and Norvrend alone spared the fate of Erasure. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the folk who survived. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and the fulgent presence stole the night from Norvrend's sky. Even now they circle remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. These artworks are so pretty. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of your company. Exchange with Morin has taught you about the Flood of Light. Ooh. Now I know everything there is to know. There's no more secrets. None. Zero. Secrets in my game? Never! Preposterous to even suggest such a thing. I say. He is. I love that you can see him from a distance because of the incredibly well-designed clothes. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ding. Hello. Well, how did you fare? My colleagues help you from a clearer picture of this world and its people. Yes. Have these. Yes, it seems you were treated to the most thorough introduction. Understand there was something of a chore, but it was necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted the details were sparse. The structure is in fact the self-same one you know from the source, transported the first in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. Is that so? Well then, you've done as I requested and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it is time I fulfilled my half of the bargain and explained what has befallen our comrades. This is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters. However, I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see to the guards knows to admit you. Just like that. Then Gratia is... Is he still here? I'm not familiar with that name. Is there something I should know? An extraordinary tale. But I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Maybe we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it best that we focus on the present. Where's Graha? The tower should be unopenable without him. Like, where is he? I like him. Greetings, sir. The exarch awaits you within. Aww. Ah, the music is so good.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard.
Very good.
I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow scions.
Yes.
Simply, they are here in the First. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the Source.
Oh?
In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the First, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence. And thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time.
But that's convenient.
As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5.
He's old.
Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the First for almost a year.
Is that so?
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
No. There has to be a way. Find a way to send them back. Please.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future, that which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the First was rejoined with the Source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die. And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
Okay. But I'll see you keep that promise.
Excellent. You will not regret this. With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Perhaps. I would love to see your place. That sky. The Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I've been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants, which as it turns out is perfect. A path that will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to the wares. Come along. Quadrivium Musica Universalis. Wow. What are these names? Mate. What is with the Latin everywhere? Oh, the music is so pretty though.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough. Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
What do you mean? Oh no. No! It's Alagan tombstones! No! Other sounds.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your homeworld.
Oh?
A Van Kerm Sin?
Huh?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
What is that voice?
My dear Feo Ool, paragon of pixie kind.
Yes.
For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift.
What is that casting? How does that...
Wonderfully exciting. What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Yes.
Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other.
Okay.
Raise your hand.
Sure.
Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap a message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Send a message to Tataru.
Consider it done.
Whee! Goodbye!
As you heard, that was Feo Ool of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium.
Oh, very nice.
Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Yep. Up. That ought to... yes. So, while they're in the process of explaining how things work, this is how retainers are working. So, say I go to the retainer bell, this thing, and ring it. It tells me I don't have one. Good. Anyhow, in this world, instead of my retainer, Feo would show up. Which is great. It's all the little details, you know? It's important stuff. The details are what sell the world. Very much so. has to be it has to be consistent. Oh, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay. You make use of it as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene at the Ocular anon. I believe that covers all the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Rain. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. A pleasure to meet you, sir. Welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready, if you'd care to retire. Yes. When the story sends you here, that means you get a cutscene. It's brightest day. Yeah. Huh?
You?
Oh. Hello.
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
You're the warrior of darkness.
What? Did you just... You can hear me?
Yes, is that not normal?
Gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source, a daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood.
Yeah. I do recall.
We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source and try to hasten their God's damned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the First. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness.
Oh no.
Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
100 years. Give or take.
100 years. 100 long years.
Oh.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
It was cold here. To save your world, more or less.
You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end.
Maybe.
Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Oh, then. I'm sleeping. Somehow on the bed and with the covers all the way down instead of under them. I mean, I know that they probably didn't want to make cloth simulation for every character model imaginable, but it's still funny. Ah, well. No. Ocular. Over there. Ah. Well, here we are. Master Rain, the exec awaits you within. Ooh.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
I had a guest visitor.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts.
The map.
This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. And to the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger.
Okay.
To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armorang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe.
Huh.
So, will it be Calusia or Armorang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you have made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount. Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Well, good. I do miss him. Well, who do we pick first? Alphino. You will visit Alphino in Calusia then. Excellent. As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast, so you will need a mount capable of making the journey. Here's a letter of introduction presented to Zem Genmai, the master of beasts at Temena's rookery, and he will take care of you. When you see Alphino, wish to pass on my warmest regards. Regrets. When you see Alphino, make sure to tell him I regret. I am in the habit of regret. Of regret, even. Good music is good. Ha ha ha. Now then. Hello. Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery? Hello. I've this. Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an Amaro for passage to Calusia. I will pick you a friendly whelp. Amaro, you say? That's right, a monster like my grey friend over there, come inside in these parts. But I gather you hail from further afield. More accustomed to chocobos, perchance. I hear there are few in places where they ride little elves. Seeing as you're plainly unaccustomed to riding Amaro, I think it's best I accompany you into the slight myself. Any Zune worthy of their name could do it. Of course, but the XIV sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro launch. On to the junior tamers, we'll attend to you while I ready the mounts. Okay. No door! Oh, whoops. Oh, that's awkward. Hello. I want to fly tomorrow to Calusia. Well, I suppose if Master Genmai is going with you. Wait here, please. The Master should be along with the monks shortly. You cannot travel to Calusia. Speak with the aspiring maritime at a fine strand. You can also use the ether compass to assist with locating ether currents. Yay! They are back! Ooh.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Calusia. We arrived. This is the Cracked Shell Beach, on the eastern coast of Calusia. We should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, sea-eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of. Spy that city in the distance. That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale. Was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, the Yulmorian elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They've gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection, if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority. And while we are not at war, a relationship with Yulmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. Alright. I'm glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge any secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. If it's south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Abel. Abel keeps an eye on everything that happens in Calusia and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme. that will let him know you can be trusted. Here, that should be enough. Find your friend, and I will stay here with you tomorrow until you're ready to return. Hobgoblins. Interesting. Eibor! Oh, what are you after? Fish? Crab? Think you've got an eel in a barrel somewhere if you taste for him. Oh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in the pan like it's a bloody festival of flavor. Now what is it I can do for you? Can't say there's been any major upsets to the report the past few weeks. Alfredo, eh? Ah, you know the one. A young champion of the downtrodden. You're almost richer than all of Northern put together. But it's a different story for them as live outside the city. Must spend every waking moment as trying to stay alive. Which makes your friend's dedication to help another stand out all the more. Aye, I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him. But you need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stiltide. That's the fishing village up at the path here. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern. Locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there, and I'll see that Alfino joins you. Okay. Ah, there we go. Is this your first time at a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What'll you be having? Ale. A fine choice. What will you be paying with? Oh no, those are exotic. Where do you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear, I doubt they'll have any value. But I don't have a touchstone to test the purity. And I'm not about to go begging for one of the neighbors. So we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. Here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables. But lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say about a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful from me for eating on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like it's not. Do that for me, and you can lance about here as long as you like. Lays about it. I can't read. Da, 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 da. Blighted crop. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, the battle music is so good. More. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4. And Xenoglossy. Ah, this is so good to have. Finally. Hello. No response. Maybe you need to look louder. No response. Perhaps the occupant is hard of hearing. You're faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. No one's home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. Well, looks like they have no caretaker anymore. Well... That's expensive. It's a good finisher though for those last 400 mana you have at the end of your rotation. Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? He wasn't there? Gone. Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate 10, outside Yulmore? You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink in the house.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Yes. Missed you. I mean, okay, for me it's been like a week. For you it's been a year.
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
How have you been?
Tis good to see you, my friend.
It's been so long. Well, for you anyway.
The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, wow, Finno, you really are a dear.
He really is, isn't he?
Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma.
Yeah.
And Yotsu.
It's been a while,
it has been
hasn't
even
it?
longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. But the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
You tell me. Yeah, we thought we lost you.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
Ah, what a story. What a story.
I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may.
Hmm.
It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change.
It would be nice indeed.
But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity.
Sounds good.
Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
The Black Rose, was it?
Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course.
True.
In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure? And so we take to the road once more.
Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, we may be lucky enough to see what I have yet to set foot in Yulmore. Despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west, and then cross a small bridge. Oh, Yulmore. Onward! But that's the name? Really? In English? Damn! Caduceus seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar. I had a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck the source, a affliction such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No! Get away from me! Over there! Quickly, someone's in trouble! Aww. Is it Sinitas? Oh, this is instant now. Nice. I thank the fates. Look out! What am I doing? Oh, I did have... Oh, I do have that, right. I keep forgetting that I am quite high level. I want to cast it. Despair! Ooh. Okay. Nice. My poor heart. Thank you, young sir. Yeah. My head still lost my bearings, but I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you alright, madame? Oh, just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before that brave soul came to my rescue. Honestly, I thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Rather than let that stop me. I should have probably leave my house behind and queue up outside Yulma with the rest of them. Thought those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. I would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone. It's to make the Sinitas task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. I'm sure that a strapping lad like you has little to fear. I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories. This, as the lady says, many of these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Yulmore's shadow. Should the Sinitas descend upon this region, they are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? A brief history then. 'Twas not long after the flood swallowed the better part of the world that the Sinitas first appeared. Some beastly, some beauteous. Yet regardless of their form, all seem incapable of speech, and all are driven by the same insatiable appetite for mortal ether. They are predators, and we are their prey. Caduceus suffers from far fewer attacks than most regions, but even so, the list of the Sinitas victims grows longer by the day. A tragedy without end. Still, we have won a small victory this time at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. Where then? West we go.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
Ah, I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh? I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
Huh? What's happening? Why, Calcabrina?
Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all! Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy, even on days when fish is not on the menu! Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We may not at all.
Fish, is it? Was there anyone?
What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged, and so they are picked over like market produce.
Wow.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the City of Splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor. Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident!
meal, you say?
For you.
Ah, look!
Enjoy.
Thank goodness.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity, yet the whole arrangement just seems... well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Ha! Get it because it's food! Huh? May I help you? Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came into power. Yet from what I've seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sunitas, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I've tried to propose ways they could improve their life, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now. I worry that, well, maybe you should take a turn around Gatetown and judge the situation for yourself. Maybe I should. And maybe I will. I don't think it'll let me in yet, will it? But here too, everywhere is just a light. Oh, what's up there, though? Well now. But I've been very tired today. And I think this is an excellent spot to just wait until next time. We finally entered into Stormblood, into Shadowbringers. I keep messing those words, those names up. But yeah. Well. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did enjoy it, I would be so happy if you could support me by either following me on Twitch or subscribing to my YouTube channel. In any case, I hope you have a lovely night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.